Hey everybody, and welcome to Behind the Score. Man, we're getting closer and closer to the beginning of the season, and man, am I getting excited to start these games and get the season rolling. It's a nice, bright, sunny day outside. Every day it's getting to be more and more looking like spring, so it definitely puts a jump in your step and some power in the bat. But today we're going to be talking about the Kansas City Royals. This team I have it finishing at the bottom of the division. They do have some strong players, but I definitely see the rebuilding Tigers definitely having the advantage. But this is a team that's rebuilt with a few new faces this season. And see what happens there. But for right now, I do have them at the bottom. Um, so we'll jump right into it with the lineup and the averages and on base percentage. You guys are here. I got those stats from MLB.com. Not a sponsor. Don't have any sponsors for this podcast or any of the episodes that I do. Not as of yet. So maybe into the future here, but right now I don't have any. Um, so I'll get started off with Andrew Benatindi, batting left-handed, hitting a 337 with a 390 on base percentage over his career. This guy does hit well at the bat, does have some power, but is a guy that has struggled over the last few seasons. So hopefully a change of scenery and a smaller market hopefully will get him back to the star that he can be. And hitting for average and getting on base is a big thing for the top of the lineup to bring in runs. Especially with power and extra base hits, so he's a great guy to put at the top of the lineup. Next will be Nikki Lopez. He bats left, 286 average, 353 on base. A little bit lower in the average, but this is definitely a guy that gets on base as well and can hit. So definitely a good compliment to Benatindi at the top of the order. Michael Taylor, bats right, 320 average, 348 on base. Another guy that hits real well and can get on base and definitely bring the guys around and bring them home from the top of the order. So definitely a strong top of the order so far here. Whit Merrifield, the big star when it comes to the Royals there. Bats right, 328 with 379 on base. This guy can hit. This guy is a great veteran presence for this team and a guy that gets on base very well too. So he's going to complement the team very well. He's going to keep the top of the order going. He's going to bring in those runs. And he is looking to be the star of the team this year from the lineup so far. Carlos Santana, got him playing first, switch hitter, 265 and 349. Another guy that can get on base. He has power, plays very well. Definitely another veteran presence as he's been around for quite a while in the league, so definitely great there. Adalberto Mondesi, him a shortstop, switch hitter, 279 with a 308. The average and the on base is a little bit down, but still great numbers there. So he definitely fit well in the middle of the lineup to keep it going. and start the second rally. Hunter Dozier, another big veteran of the league. Have Hunter playing third, right-hander. Their bats right with 242 and a 353. The average does come down a bit, but the on base is still higher there. So definitely work well. Then next I have Jorge Solaire. Jorge will be the DH, batting right with a 221 and a 299. As the average and on base come down, he's a great person to have in the eighth spot. As we get to the bottom of the lineup there, doesn't quite match up with the guys at the top. And Salvador Perez, the catcher, average is 303 and on base percentage of 346. Another great catcher that could have moved up in the lineup, but I have him better suited at the bottom of the lineup to turn it over, just like with the Tigers, and keep the lineup going with the heavy hitters at the top. So definitely a good structured lineup here. Like I said, I'll definitely compete with the Tigers to move up in that division, but as of right now, I have them at the bottom. Utility guys, I have Eduardo Olivares, Nick Heath, Ryan McBroom, and Cam Gallagher. So we'll switch over to the pitching rotation. We have Danny Duffy, starter, Brad Keller, Mike Miner, you probably, a lot of you have heard of him, Brady Singer, Chris Bubik, and then sixth rotation spot to be determined. I see this being a definite need for this team. They can definitely add in some young guys. There's some guys they want to take a look at for spot starts in the six-man rotation. So we'll switch to the other storylines with the Royals. First one being this is a balance of lefty-right and switch hitters. So there's definitely a lot of versatility to break up different pitching matchups you might get to add a little bit of imbalance to so you don't get too many right-handers together. Rotation, I don't see the rotation as being a very strong one. We do have a couple veterans there, but looking at this pitching lineup to other ones in the league, I don't think it stacks up to the major teams in the league. What will Benatindi be? Like I said, change of scenery and just be a smaller market should allow less stress on Benatindi, and hopefully he can get back to the player he was at the beginning of his MLB career and get past those struggles there. I know there's a lot of guys that struggle in big markets, and then as soon as they go to a smaller market, they excel. So hopefully that happens for him as well. I'm not sure what this team is trying for. You do have veteran guys you've added, but you also have young guys. Like, are you competing? Are you just trying to wait it out, see what the division? They've added some pieces, but I don't see them competing with the top of the division. So if you're not competing and there really is a window here, like, is it a try to rebuild as you go, or is it time to just pull it all down and move on and see what happens? But it's will be interesting over the season to see what direction this team takes. And as we close out this episode, players to watch, Bobby Witt Jr., shortstop. He's number 1 in the organization. Asa Lacey, left-handed pitcher, number 2. Daniel Lynch, left-handed pitcher, number 3. Jackson Kowar, right-handed pitcher, number 4. And Eric Pena, outfielder, number 5. Definitely see some of these young guys over the season, I'm sure. And it definitely, like I said, it'll be the story for this one will be what direction does this team go in? How well do they compete with the rest of the division, and what they see for this team going forward. So anyways, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in for another great episode. This is the last episode before the top 10 countdown to the end of the season. So as we move into the NL East division, it means we're getting that much closer to the beginning of the season. I'm getting excited. I hope you guys are getting excited. The warm weather's coming. It's looking more like spring all the time. And as you'll notice here near the end, I've got a special announcement and some stuff coming. So make sure you stay tuned to all the episodes. Let me know what you think. And take a look at all my profiles across all the apps. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, as you know, Instagram, and also going to be doing content for TikTok. Try to build this sports community into something amazing. So keep tuning in, keep subscribing, liking, following, commenting. It helps us get bigger and opens up more opportunities for me to bring you better content. So thanks for your time, and just remember, it's not always what happens in the game. There's a lot about behind the score. So thank you and have a nice day.